A friend just called me and asked me, did I hear about the big shooting? And I said, you mean the one in Milwaukee where you had 17 people shot, 10 people arrested? And they said, no, the one in Buffalo where you had the white supremacists go into a black neighborhood and shoot up a bunch of black people. I said, oh, I was not aware of that. But that's probably why you're asking me, did I hear about it? You didn't ask me about the Milwaukee incident. You didn't ask me about what happened in Milwaukee last week, where in a span of 48 hours, 16 people got shot, all of them under the age of 16. Of course, we never talk about what's happening in Chicago, where every weekend there are multiple shootings and murders. And as we get deeper into the summer, the shootings increase. None of that. We only talk about, these type of shooting incidents when we have a white shooter go into a black neighborhood or shoot up a bunch of black people. Okay, so I did my little homework on the shooter in Buffalo. I rarely mention names when it comes to mass shooters just because I don't want to give them even a little bit more pub. But the Buffalo shooter wanted to shoot up his graduation class, meaning they knew that he was disturbed way back in the day. They knew that he was a problem. And it's amazing to me because we have the FBI. They're able to track every single person that wanted to go out to January 6th and protest. They're able to track their cell phones, their pings, and all this other kind of stuff. But when it comes to known shooters, people who express the will to kill other people, especially when it comes to, white kids who are talking about going up and shooting up BIPOCs or whatever, somehow they continue to slip through the system. It's incredible how that happens. Think about the Florida shooter, the one that spawned David Hogg and all these other kids. He was known. He was known. You want to change the laws. You want to take the guns out of law-abiding citizens, but you don't want to change the laws to go after known psychopath who let you know, oh yeah, you know what? I'm going to go kill all the black people over here. Okay, well, you know what? We can't do anything because he hasn't done anything yet. And we're not even going to keep an eye on them because, they're just kids. They're just kids. They knew that this was racially motivated, the Buffalo shooting, of course, because he went down into a black neighborhood and started shooting up people. So I guess that makes it racially motivated. And of course, that's going to be a huge splash in today's America because that's what the left wants. The left wants white supremacists. They want Trump supporters. They want people to go out here and do these crimes to justify their big fat push to confiscate our guns. But what happens 9 times out of 10, really almost 10 times out of 10, the news kind of dwindles, dies down because the gunman, once they find out more about him, doesn't fit the narrative. Case in point. This kid right here was sort of a moderate leaning left by his political rantings on social media. He was a far cry from MAGA. He was a far cry from a Trump supporter. So once again, you're going to have the left try to make hay out of this. But at the end of the day, you got another deranged leftist. Sort of like that guy who was a supporter of Bernie Sanders and went out and shot up all the Republicans on the baseball field. Remember that? We rarely get a lot of conversation about that. Once his background came out and we found out that he was a radical leftist, well, the media had no time for it. And that's what's happening with all the political violence going on right now. It's not from conservatives. It's not from MAGA country. No, it's from the left. Violence, 9 times out of 10, comes from the left. Whether we're talking about the Weather Underground back in the 1970s, we can go back to all the racial angst of the 1960s with the Black Panthers. They're lefties. We can go even further back to the Klan lynching people in the all the way up to the 40s. We can go back to the 1800s. And again, we got the Klan. We got other radical, violent, democratic groups. They're all arms of the Democrat Party. And even with this young man who killed these black people in Buffalo, he's got ties to liberalism. So yeah, when you roll up on me, you talking about the latest shootings, you know what? Chances are it's going to be one of these outliers. A white dude shooting up black people. But it's strange to me how the media, how the Democrat Party, how liberals ignore blacks shooting blacks almost every single day of the week, and especially on weekends. My name is James C. Harris. This is my YouTube channel. If you like what you heard here, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Share with your friends, share with your family, and just get yourself ready for the next couple of days. It's going to be the narrative. We have to get rid of guns until this kid's background comes out. We find out that he's a lefty, and then just be patient until the next major shooting.